Did you know that major carriers are now charging wildly different rates for calls to the exact same destination, all based on where the call originates? It's called origin-based charging, and it's rewriting the rules for call termination while making it even harder for CSPs to make a profit on voice calls. If you're a telecom operator, failing to adapt to this shift is going to have a significant impact on your margins. Here's the good news. You can actually turn this threat into an advantage. Keep watching to find out how. To understand what's happening today, we first have to take a brief look at the past. For decades, call termination in telecom was simple. Communication service providers paid fixed rates based on the destination. So, a call to Turkey would always cost the same, whether it came from Canada or Algeria. But then, the European Economic Area, or EEA, started to become influenced by the harmonization of roaming rates, which significantly reduced revenues for European operators. To protect margins amid regulatory caps and competition from OTT providers, in other words, providers who were delivering services directly to consumers via the internet, carriers began charging higher rates for calls originating from outside Europe. This regulatory approach laid the foundation for the adoption of origin-based charging. Suddenly, a call to Malta from Germany might cost 10 cents per minute, while a call to Malta from outside the EEA, for example, from the United States, might cost 50 cents per minute. Soon, other regions followed suit. South Africa's International Termination Rates Framework tied fees to the origin country. Kenya and Nigeria adopted similar models. Today, origin-based charging has become a widely adopted strategy in the telecom industry. Driven by regulatory changes and revenue pressures, carriers increasingly apply surcharges based on call origination. Without the right tools to manage these surcharges, CSPs can face penalties or route shutdowns. Here's why origin-based charging can be a CSP's worst nightmare without the right solutions in place. Let's break down how these multi-dimensional rates can affect your bottom line. Say a call to Europe originates in the Middle East, and the carrier adds an origin-based calling surcharge of an extra 30 cents per minute. But your customer will not be happy if the pricing is inconsistent, and will be even less happy if their call cannot go through. They just want good service, and they're unaware of all the back-end chaos that is affecting you. So if you are a CSP that's running a legacy system that's not yet ready to manage multidimensional rates, you now have to choose between two bad options: absorb the extra cost and destroy your margins, or block the route and lose your customers. Here's the truly scary part. Sooner or later, it's likely that all carriers will adopt origin-based charging. And when that happens, you're trapped. Now let's look at how CSPs can adapt to this industry shift and even begin to benefit from it. It starts with PortaBilling, a real-time billing and charging platform that can transform complexity into profit. Here's how. First, PortaBilling offers real-time cost transparency. It shows you exactly what each carrier charges for each combination of origin and destination, and can apply the corresponding customer rates, including origin-based surcharges. Next, PortaBilling provides you with margin protection by allowing you to add your own surcharges to reflect the provider's cost structure and offset the carrier fees. Let's demonstrate with a case study. Using the example of Twilio and an imaginary CSP we'll call Owl Telecom. Twilio offers SIP trunking rates for calls to various destinations. For example, for calls to UK fixed lines, or plus 44,203, Twilio charges 1.1 cents per minute as the standard rate, 20.9 cents per minute for calls from countries in Surcharge Zone 1, including from the Bahamas, which is country code plus 1,242, to Uzbekistan, country code plus 998, and 41.6 cents per minute for calls from countries in Surcharge Zone 2, including from Grenada, country code plus 1,473, to the Maldives, country code plus 960. To ensure profitability, Owl Telecom defines its customer rates as follows: 2 cents per minute as the standard rate, 30 cents per minute for calls originating from countries in Surcharge Zone 1, and 50 cents per minute for calls originating from countries in Surcharge Zone 2. So, for a call to plus 44203 4556780, which is a UK fixed line, originating from plus 4930 123456778, which is in Germany, the customer will pay 2 cents per minute, as calls from Germany are not subject to additional surcharges. Origin-based charging isn't just a trend, it's the new normal. The telecom industry is now a game of hyper-granular pricing. That leaves you with two choices. You can stay stuck with an outdated system and watch your profit margins erode, or you can adapt and leverage PortaBilling to turn origin-based surcharges into a new profit lever. We think the choice is obvious. You can be among the CSPs who are setting the industry standard for transparent, origin-aware pricing, attracting high-margin customers who demand fair, predictable rates, and leading the market while competitors lag with outdated systems. Telecom can work better for everyone, providers and customers alike. If you want to learn more about origin-based charging and how PortaBilling can help you adapt, reach out to talk with us. Meanwhile, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Did You Know?